33 years.
36 years.
Let's see, today is the 16th, so that makes it September, 5 months, 6 months.
With your experience in marriage, has it made your relationship stronger?
Definitely. As the years go by, the relationship has gotten stronger and stronger and deeper and deeper. We're more in love today than we were the day when we first met. Mr. Perry is the light of my life. He is still my best friend, and he's my lover. And he's my go-to in any kind of problem or crisis, and I'm just very comfortable with him.
Yes, yeah, I guess so, because you go through hard times with your parents dying and things like that, or your kids having problems with their jobs and things, sure, and then you support each other. Yeah.
And has this process towards marriage made your relationship stronger?
Yes, it's definitely, it's been one of those trial by fire things, you know, like all of a sudden, you know, all of these things come out and you find out, like, you really find out what's most important to each other, you know, when it comes to these kinds of things. So, but I think that after each thing, if there's something we disagreed on or something like that, it's ultimately, it has made us stronger, you know, after we resolved it.
Do you think divorce should be allowed in the church?
There are times, you know, when, you know, situations don't work out, and that, you know, divorces, you know, are necessary because we're not perfect people. And, you know, I know we're supposed to forgive and, you know, move on, but there are certain circumstances that cannot be fixed in a marriage. The most important thing is that if there's a problem in a marriage, you try and work it out first, and that you try and fix it first, and you try and see what the problems are. I think today's society is just the quick fix is to get out of a bad situation and not really learn how to work and understand how other people work, especially once you commit yourself to someone that you love, and you know you made that commitment in the very beginning that you wanted to work forever until death do you part, that you're going to hash out. Sometimes you might not talk to each other for a month, guilty, but you work it out and you get to understand this is where he's coming from, this is where I'm coming from. And then there's another thing that, you know, it's really important that you need to know, and I did not know this going into my marriage, is that I thought because we got married, we would always agree and think and understand the same thing, the same way. And it took me a long time even raising my kids, that my husband's view and my views were totally two different opposite. And that's what caused the problems, because I always thought, we're married, we're together, we're one on this decision. No, you've got two different people with two different views, and that's how you work it. You know, working it out together, you know, is the hard thing.
Divorce should not be allowed in church, because if a man and a woman make a promise, then they shouldn't be able to break that promise.
I don't. I think that, you know, people should take marriage more seriously, and then divorce wouldn't be necessary. And not that I think it's...
Well, I mean, honestly, my parents were divorced, and they're Catholic, so, and nobody seemed to have a major problem with that. I mean, everybody's situation is different, so I don't really think it's our place to judge.
Okay.
I think divorce should be allowed. I don't know whether the church should approve it. I think each individual couple would be its own problem and had to be seen. No, I don't think so, because I think that's what's wrong with a lot of the families nowadays, that there aren't two parents and there isn't a commitment to work together with the kids. So I just would say what they have now is fine. You can get the adult if you have extreme circumstances.
What's your opinion on same-sex marriage?
My opinion is that marriage is something that is defined by the church. It's not defined by the state. In my mind, a marriage done by the state is just a civil union. Marriage, matrimony, to me, is a sacrament. So it's defined by the church. So how the church defines it is how I believe it should be defined. Anything that the state wants to do, for or against, should not be called marriage. It's a separate thing. It's a civil union in my mind.
I think that they shouldn't get married in the church because it is against our religion.
It should. I have no problems with it, but I don't think it should be condoned by the Catholic Church.
I think everybody has a right to do what they feel is best. And I have no objection to it at all.
Hey, look, you know, here I go on, I've got 3 kids. I'm going to take it all the way back to the fundamental. You know, I've got 3 children. If I had one of my children come home and say, you know, I love this person, I love that person, and, you know, it's going to make their life happy, you know, who am I there to condemn? And who am I there to judge? No way. You know, I've been granted, you know, the love and peace and happiness, you know, with my partner. I'm not here to condemn and judge, and, you know, I don't think anybody should. You know, in the church, does it say there should be same-sex marriages? No, they should not be allowed. But I'm speaking from my heart in that I have a family, and I have grown children, and I have grandchildren, and, you know, I don't want to turn them away by saying, oh, that's not right, if you go and get married to this other woman or this other man, you know, the same sex, and then turn away from me and my family. Because when you get married, you know, your first thing is, you know, your love and procreation, and that procreation, those children, the family is what you want to keep together forever. And, you know, sometimes your views get a little askewed because of that family. So I'm going to love them, and I'm going to judge. And that's one of the things I'm working on in 214. Do not be judgmental.
Oh, Matt, what are
Can you
your
put the,
thoughts on same-sex marriage?
Can you put these bloopers on after?
Been married?
33 years.
Are you videoing me?
Love.